Tony was a young boy when he met Peter for the first time. Peter was his new friend who lived in a large antique dresser in his parents' house. Somewhere in the back of his mind, Tony knew that his mom and dad couldn't see Peter, but this didn't concern him. Peter spent countless hours telling stories and listening to him talk about his life. One evening, after Tony's father had gotten back from an extended business trip, Tony told him about his friend who lived in the antique dresser. His father's face began to falter. He turned to his son and asked him what his friend's name was. When Tony told his dad, he grew extremely pale. Ignoring the questions of his wife, Tony's father asked his son if he could draw what Peter looked like. Tony obliged and handed his dad a picture of Peter. Tony didn't think anything of it until he woke up the following morning and found his father and uncle lugging the massive dresser out of the house. They took it to the backyard and proceeded to burn it. A few years later, Tony's father came clean to his son about that day. The antique dresser had once been in the house where Tony's father and uncle had grown up. Once it had been moved to Tony's uncle's room, he began to tell his brother about a man named Peter who lived in the dresser. Everything was fine for a month or two, but then Tony's uncle began to experience night terrors, all of which were about Peter. They had to move the antique dresser out of his room before he was able to sleep normally again. If you also have stories, comment down. I give you my email or Insta ID for sharing. Your stories will be shared here. If you like this story, please subscribe to this channel.